Okay, let me start the recording.
Mr. Chaddock, will we be reviewing the charge account part of the class? When we
Which one? What did you say?
hold on, changing account class?
Changing? Yeah.
Okay,
That we'll do a few times, so don't worry.
okay. Because I wrote down notes and I'm like, oh my goodness, where is
No,
that?
it's you can't go by notes. You have to do it with. Okay. So let me call this. It's really in the beginning. That's how it looks like, but it's basically it's you go through the motions and you come to understand as to what that is. It's just
Okay.
that because they write so small, people don't realize where they are. So let me see here. Okay. So let me share this.
Are we working on the same company? Yes. Are we working?
Yeah. We have a lot to do on it. So let's see here. Okay. So you can see my screen here.
Yes.
So you see, all this is we just go set up settings. You know where to enter your name of the company, address of the company, phone numbers. Everybody's okay with that, right? Set up settings
Yes.
and then information, right? Everybody, we did that few times. Even in your last class, all you have to do is you go here. So all you have is here. Everything is here. Set up, settings, information. That's your company name, address, and everything. Whatever you have to add somewhere, something here. It's already set. Once you do it, it's set up anyway because your dates are set up. Okay. So let me see now. The next thing we do is, I mean, if you didn't get it that the other day, don't worry, we'll do many times. So, so here, everybody, basically, when you set up the company, you go through the notes I have. Let me build the list of accounts myself. You will not have to set up the company in the exam, okay? You don't have to record, you don't have to put in the chart of accounts, by the way. You'll be given already company setup, okay? What you will have to do is you have to change these preferences and stuff like this. You have to default. So this, once you do a few times, I mean, right now you probably don't remember any or some of it, but not all of it. But it's because we're not used to it. It's a mechanical device. So you go more times over it, you start to. So now they're saying they want to use accounting terms. So you have to know where to go. You go set up, user preferences, then go into options. And so you can keep on reading, but all you have to do is you say, okay, let me show this here. Let me see what this is or where this is. So you go set up. Here you have user preferences. Go user preferences. Here's your options. And look, I'll take this off, okay? Okay, let me show you what it is, okay? So let's say here I have reports and I have financials. And if you notice, they have balance sheet, income statement, trial balance, they have general ledger. If I say non-accounting terms, it'll become, the term will become account details. Okay, so just check this. Also check here, you see this journal entries? Let me go and say non-accounting preferences here. User preferences, options, and take this off and click here. Use non-accounting term. They don't want to use because ordinary people don't understand. So I say, okay, now take a look. Reports, look what they write. Transaction detail, they don't like that, write general journal. Look what they write. Financials, they don't write general ledger, they write transaction by account. So all you're doing is you're trying to make it more accounting wise. And there are some other things which you will see that it will change with these defaults. So set up user preferences, options, and go use accounting terms. Okay, and then automatically save changes to vendor, customer, and other record. They also said that show list before buttons in Sage 50 and suggest item for say sales. And so these are the buttons at the bottom. I don't know if you can see these are the buttons. Calculate record balance in home, that doesn't matter. Show a list of inventory items, which we don't have right now. So if I say okay now, and now go into reports, take a look. It became general journal. It became financial, it became general ledger. And all these, some of these other terms, they become more accounting wise so if you do not want these to be accounting wise, you don't have to default it. Okay. And then it also says, if you have your thing open, it says user preference view, turn off checklist and daily business manager at startup. So we don't want to see that and the changing session. And so all you do, you go setup, user preferences, you go view, and we don't want all the, look, if I go like this, I didn't want them to be shown on my screen. Okay. So if I go with all of them and say, okay, take a look, they all show up here. See this? We have now employees, they have inventory, they have projects, they have all kinds of things. I don't want them. So all I do is I say, okay, hide it. User preferences. They say, okay, what's the user preference? The view of the screen. I don't want inventory. I don't want payroll. I don't want project. I don't want billing.
Tariq, everybody.
Yeah, hi. And so you go, if you say, okay, and take a look here. They disappeared.
Having a class today, Tariq?
They disappeared. And so we basically, when you say view, says, okay, project, we'll do this. And you say, okay, now the projects disappeared too. So it's all how many modules you're using and how many, and the other ones which you don't use, you just take them out. That's all. I mean, it's just a defaulting. So setting up of accounting systems or Sage 50 just has its default, and it has its additions and subtraction, or what you want to see, what you don't want to see. And as such, when I'm looking at, or what they're asking here is the following. Would you please go and set it up this way? It says use accounting terms. So it probably, when you open up a company, it's non-accounting terms. So you use accounting. So click there. Automatically save changes. So they're under options. There are all these things you have to check off or check out. Then under view, user preference view, turn off checklist and daily business manager at startup, turn off employee and payroll, turn off inventory and services, project and time billing. So I just showed you. Turn on change session date at startup. So all these defaults will be there. Let's see here. So after a while, you start to understand as to what exactly you're trying to do. That's why it's called accounting systems, in the sense that you have to know how to set up your system. So you go user preferences. So you go view. So we took them off. Then they also say show company name in status bar, automatic advice. So if they don't want it, you can just take it off. Okay. And then they have color scheme, we don't care. Transaction confirmation, tell me when a transaction is posted or recorded. So there will be an alert. And so these are all those pop-ups. But here, I think under view, that's what they said at startup. So they want this. It says after changing session date. Let me see, what else did they ask you? So under view, they say turn off checklist and daily business. Check off. Where is it? So check off. Daily business manager. Is that what they're saying? So check off. Turn off checklist and daily business manager. So here we took it off. And then they said, turn off employee and payroll. So we switched this off. See this? So if when you're reading it, if you have that document, you should have it all the time. Whichever one we will do, make sure just print those. So at least I don't have to go back and forth when I'm reading it. You're with me on those. So turn off employee and payroll, time billing, turn on change session date at startup. Okay, so let me see. Change session date. Okay, here after changing session date. Yeah, so this is on. Okay, after changing session date, checklist. Is it checklist or what are they saying? Turn off, turn off, turn on date at startup. Okay, date at startup. Okay. So automatic show page stamp. This we don't need, but it was already there. So at startup. At startup. So this was okay. With daily business checklist at startup after changing session date. Okay. Let me see. Turn off checklist. Okay. Turn off employee time. Turn on change session date at startup. All right. Okay. So all I'm trying to tell you is that these are all things which they ask you to do or not to do. And so unless you do okay, it will not save it. So if I say okay, it will save it. So now we're still not ready to put in our, so what do we have here? Chart of accounts until we have done this. So here we have transaction user preferences. So we already did turn on confirmation message box. Take a look. Okay. Setup, user preferences, transaction confirmation. Here it says, it said turn on. So we clicked it. Okay. What else do they have? Then they go into company information settings. So obviously you go okay, and then you go setup, you go settings, company information. Where will you go? Company information. That's all. That's why. So once you start to understand how to read your exercise, what they're asking, it becomes quite easy to follow. But in the beginning, turn on confirmation. Okay, so company information setting. So they're asking you to put the business number 342-121-190. All you do is you go into, so after a while, company information, business number is right here. And you say, okay. Good. Then you have, so everybody's following that. It's not, look, user preferences, you go into user setup, user preferences, setup, user preferences, setup, settings, company information settings, say settings, 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 settings. So use setup settings, setup user preferences. They don't write it like that, but after a while, as I said, you come to use it very easily. Company system settings do not allow transaction dated before. So all you are doing then, you go here, go again. They're all one after the other. Settings, and you have company. So open it up. There's a plus and a minus. You can open it up here, or they also have it here. System. Okay, they're saying you do not allow transactions dated before. So you just click here, they'll come. Use check number as source code, which they also will ask. Okay. But the typing is so little that people don't really see it. Okay, so this is your setting. Do not allow transactions in the future. So you go, see, allow transactions in the future. So if I click it, then I'm allowing it. But if said do not allow, leave it blank. Okay. All right. Then they're asking you company backups settings. So you go back up here. And what does it say? They want you to do backup every week or weekly. So weekly, turn off automatic backup. Put weekly. So big backup frequency. You go backup, you go weekly. So you see here, they have all of them here. Okay. Let me see here. Company system setting is okay. Company backup, company features settings. So go to setup, settings, features. Here's you can find these features here. And what do they say? Under features, company does not use both packing tips, so we don't have to default them, okay? Company does business in French and English, so just click this one. Okay. Then they're asking you to set up forms. So company forms. So you have to look for them. They're very small forms. There you go. And the form means they want to, because they are on manual accounting, they are now going to start computerized accounting so that they want their system to have automatic numbering for their invoices. So they will tell you what is your next invoice to be invoiced on this system. And they said that form, next client and sales invoice number is 121. Next receipt number is 297. So just go here. And so invoice number is 121, receipt number is 297. The others, they are not saying anything about it. And it's because you can do it one at a time and then say, okay, and then go back, but you cannot do all of them in one shot if you want, if you understand it. So the company forms are done. Format, month, day, year, use long date format. So we put month first, day, and then year. And so we will go here and we will go date format. And the date format is month, day, year, and long dates. Okay. My company's week begins Sunday, or they didn't say anything for that. Okay. And then we are ready to do our chart of account. So this is what we did. So if you still have questions here, ask me in the, let me see here. Okay. Okay, sharing, share, here, here. It's not very difficult. It's something which you have to go over it a few times, and then you start to realize that it's nothing in there just except to set up the way you want your company. So if you have any questions here, just make sure, because see, when you read this in the beginning, you don't understand where to go. But I now told you, setup, user preferences, setup, user preferences, setup, transaction, user preferences, setup, settings, setup, settings. So go set up settings, find company information, find company system, find company backup, find company features. And they're all under company. Same thing for all, and take a look. Okay, where is my thing? Okay. Yeah, look, setup, settings, and company. And company. So now take a look, they're all there. Setup, settings, okay. Setup, settings, company information, company system, company backup, company features, company credit card, company sales, currency, forms, email, whatever they're asking. You want to go and see your setup preferences, go setup, go user preferences, and you have options, view, color transaction confirmation pop-ups. You didn't have to do. So it's not as if it's very complicated. It's just because you're not used to it. And so there is a kind of a blank which you do not really understand where to go. So now you can at least that this is setup settings, and then company information, company system, company backup, company feature. They're all under company. So we did this. Everybody's okay with this? Yes? No? I don't hear anybody. You still,
All good,
Yes,
all
yes.
good.
you're
Yeah, it's
suffering
okay.
from a shock
That is
or
a
what?
reaction.
Uh-huh.
We're
Yeah,
making
concerned about,
React only.
No, but I will do many times. We have many
Yeah, sure.
problems like this. This is just the first one. That's the whole thing. The whole course is about setup. How do you start a company? And then first, before you do anything, you set this up. Then you do your chart of accounts. Then you do your trial balance. Then you do set up your credit card, your type, account type, everything. You can do it before that too, but you cannot do it before. These you cannot do before because you need your chart of accounts. You understand? I mean, you cannot do your change type account unless you have your accounts. So that's why, if you're wondering why this is now coming again here, it's because I don't have any accounts here. So those of you, so everybody is okay with this? Headings and total. I gave you that, but it's just
Yes.
once you know it, you won't get any problem there. So, and as I said, we have a lot of problems. I do. So don't worry about it. You will get the hang of it eventually. As I always, in every class, that's what I do. I make sure you are sick and tired of those pre-tests. You understand? There'll be many pre-tests here. But that's the only way to learn accounting, because unless it is impressed upon over and over again, a lot of time your brains don't retain it. You have to really do it yourself a few times, and you'll see that after a while you say, oh, this Sage 50 was very easy to set up. It's not difficult at all. That's why, and it's very, very controlled. It's easy to learn, but it has a lot of capacity for small and medium-sized businesses. And it's used by thousands of companies, maybe even more. Thousands and thousands of companies use it. So everybody is okay. We did the chart of accounts, right? This one.
Yeah.
And then we were at this point here, right? Then I went into change account classes. So now notice here, I will, in order for the company to work, this is what you have to understand. In order to have your cash account defaulted for your receivables when the money is received, and for payables when you make a check, you have to have an account for which an account class has to be is changed. Otherwise, it won't show up in your default. So that's why we do that, and we just change the account class from asset to bank, and then we put in our next check number for the payments. When we make payments, our next check number will show up 201, next one 202, 203, whatever. So we don't really have to worry about writing the check number. So this reduces your work. And then you have changed the account class. So if you notice, when you create the chart of accounts, it will not default automatically these accounts to what you want. Like you want this account to be called as category accounts receivable. These ones current assets. These one capital assets. How do you do that? When you create it, it doesn't do it. You do not have any way there to do it. So all you do is once you have the chart of accounts, you go into your system. And it becomes very routine after a while that you can say, oh, I can do that. It's easy. So go into a company, go into chart of accounts. I want to change these. Okay. Now notice here, if you want to see what is the category we allocated to each one of them, it's not going to be here. It's going to be under reports, display chart of accounts. Okay. This is where it's going to show you if you defaulted it properly or not. So you see here, I want these to be called, for example, capital accounts. So I will have to change the type. So all you do is you say, okay, is everybody with me? Click on torches. Oops, sorry, I will, hold on.
Click on what?
Yeah, no. Hold on, because I didn't realize. Okay, I'll go back here. Okay, here. Okay, so if you notice, it doesn't show you the type, what type of accounts has been categorized here. It's only under reports, display chart of accounts, and okay. And now I'll show you that it will show you what type you actually allocated to that or defaulted here. It's still asset. This is a bank. We change it to bank. And then we also change it to credit card receivable. We change this to credit card payable. But I want to actually to change these here to account, this one to accounts receivable, and this one to current assets. And these ones to capital assets, even though the problem doesn't ask you, but I'll tell you so that you start to understand, oh, next time they ask you, you don't have to worry about it. So go back. So we have here, okay, and we go share here and here. Now, what did I say? I want my accounts receivable account to be called accounts receivable. So click, and can you see any word class here? No?
No.
No.
No, hold on. I'm not on, I'm not showing you the screen. So it's where you create your accounts anyway. That's your screen. Got it?
Yeah.
Tell me where you can see the word class.
Beside
It's a tab.
Here, right? So click here. And click the see accounts receivable. I want to call it accounts receivable. Do you have accounts receivable in categories here?
Yes.
Yes.
Here. So click here. Okay. Now, next one, I want to call current assets. So you don't have to go out and come in again. You see here? Click here. What's your next account?
Welding supplies.
Welding supply. This is current asset. Do you see a word current asset here?
Yes.
Here,
Not
go.
current asset.
No, you do, Samia. Come on. They are very small. I remember I told you, look for them.
Mm.
Current asset, no? Now,
Mm.
the rest, I want them to be called capital account. So here, click. What's your next account? Other heading than total, don't have to change that. You won't get in there. Torches, right?
Yes.
What do you call that? Can you see the
It's-
word
it's
capital account?
capital assets.
Capital assets? Okay,
It's not, it's asset now. It's
Current
not capital.
asset, current asset.
here. Here you go. Go next one. Computer, what do you call it?
Current asset.
Next one. Next one. These are fixed assets. They are called capital assets too. Sometimes they call it fixed, but they here in this one they have categorized it. The system categorizes them. So the next one, still vehicle,
It's
capital
even
asset.
capital. Capital asset.
Next, shop, capital asset.
Capital asset.
Okay, and that will be the end of it because that's the end of this total cost. Now, we would like to go back and say, okay, we go get out of here, and then now I will show you what we changed. Here, go here, and you will not see it here. What did I say? Where will you see it?
In report?
Reports,
Yeah.
chart of
Chart
account,
of account.
and go okay. And now I'll show you all the things you did with me and you didn't know about it, right? There you go. Beautiful. Look at this. And I can then call this current asset, loan, these are current assets, liabilities. Current liabilities, then long-term liabilities here. Then I can call this owner's equity. It's equity here, owner's equity. Then I can call these revenues is okay, expenses are okay. If I want, which I have a cost of goods sold, then I'll call it cost of goods sold. So all of them can be changed. That's what we call change account type. Everybody's okay? You'll be fine. So first thing you do is the following. In order for you to make sure that you can use a cash account for your receivables, payables, and whatever, you have to go to here, bank checking account. Okay, click, and you will go back. You will get the window where you created all the accounts. Okay, take a look here. You're now here in bank checking account, and you go class options. And this was actually before it was asset. It was like this. So now, in order to default it for that, you go bank. And then we took well, you can write your branch name, your number, and then you can actually have here Royal Bank here. You can actually change this to another one. It doesn't matter. And then it says change the next check number. We've already done that. So you have to save this first and come back in order to change the next check number, by the way. It won't do it in the first shot. So save and close. And so we have now this part is done. See this? That's what it is. Everybody okay with that? They didn't ask for capital
Good.
assets. I just did it so that you know how to do it. Yes? No? Good?
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, now we have to set up credit cards for them because they use for buying by credit card and they use for basically selling. So payable will be when I buy and receivable will be when I sell. So here, credit cards, they call the credit card name is Charge It. So if you have the printout, I will just go into the system and I'll keep on reading from there because it's very important that you have that printout for the exercise so that you're not really just listening in the vacuum here. So here, setup, settings. And do you see anything here called credit cards?
Yes.
Okay. So here's your credit card. Okay. Credit card used. Credit card name we said was Charge It. So here, when I use it to buy, I have a payable, and that is your here. Where's my accounts pay, credit card payable. And expense account, this is credit card expense. So we have bank and credit card fees, okay, here. Good. And then you can accept it. Which cards do you accept? You can do okay and then come back again, you see, here, or you can say okay, then you go, otherwise you can do it right there in one chart. Settings, credit card, accepted, and name charges. So we use the same company for me by using it to buy something, and then also for the clients they can actually buy. So okay, Canadian is currency is Canadian. Canadian asset account is credit card receivable, and here we have expense account is credit card fees. Okay, now let me see if they have any discounts here. Yeah, they said that the credit card accepted has a discount fees of 3%. So 3. Okay. And what else? They give you the full description. Oops. Account, set up credit cards used. So those are used or done. They gave you the accounts too, linked to expense account. And so if you see your thing, it will give you one after the other. So that's done. Oh, you want me to do it again? Here, credit card use. Name of the card, charge it. A payable account is given in your exercise. Credit card payable. Expense account 5030. Okay. Then you go from here. You can go accept it, charge it. See, Canadian CAD currency is CAD. Bank credit card, and then you have 3%, and then you have again a bank and credit card expense is given to you. So you have all the accounts given to you. The discount we have is 3%. Okay, and you say, okay, good. So far, so good.
Yes.
All right. So now enter sales tax. So now here we have to be make sure you do these steps properly, and it's not difficult, but it's just a little bit more tedious to understand. Now here we have two codes, and these two codes are H and HI. Okay. So H is when you actually use the code H, it actually calculates for you the company's invoice, which actually in which the taxes are not included in the amount. Okay, because there used to be before, not anymore, but there used to be companies, they would send you an invoice for the whole total, like $114.98. They would not break it down into GST, QST, or HST in this case. And so you had to make sure that you had two types of invoices coming in to be entered. For one with where they had separated it, you use the code H. You defaulted for the customers and you defaulted for the suppliers anyway. And the one which actually doesn't break it down in GST or HST, GST, QST, you use this. So it takes the total and then actually calculates it for. So if they gave you $113 or $226, you didn't know how much was the HST. So you use HI and it'll automatically separate it. It'll give you $200 for the purchase or your sales, if you are doing it, but mostly for purchase. And then you have the $200 would be your the amount without taxes. But here you can just enter.
Tana, can you share the screen?
Oh, okay. It's on your.
Oh, I thought you were doing it. I'm sorry. I thought you were already the settings.
No.
I apologize.
I'm still here. You see
Okay.
this? Okay. No, that's fine. So here there's only one tax, but all I'm saying is, look, H and HI. So I will create two different codes, and it will be defaulted in the customer or the supplier according to which supplier or sends you an invoice by writing 226. And H for the customer who actually writes 100, and then HST $13, and then the total. So if it was like if you had $120 and then the GST or HST, you didn't know how to calculate it. So you had to really, it was in total. They didn't give you the breakdown. It used to be before that some companies used to do that. But anyway, just to give you an idea as to what H and HI is, and then when we will create it, you will actually see it. It'll show itself. So let's create. So even if you have GST, QST, later on we'll do GST, QST. We'll start with this one account, one tax. So let's see here. Okay, everything is under setup setting. Okay, setup, setting, information. If it's not open, this will be on the right side also. If it is like this, you will still have them here. But if you open it, they will also show here. Do you see anything called sales tax?
Yes.
Yes. So we'll go, we call sales tax here, taxes. And this will open. Okay, again, this will be here. Okay. And once you click here, this will open. Go taxes. And now you have this window. You have to set up the tax first. What was the name of the tax?
HST.
HST. So you basically, now, obviously, if you notice, it's not really giving me, it's not letting me write it. And you know why? Because some windows must be open here. See this? You have to close all the little windows. Otherwise, it won't allow you. So let me close this. And don't think that the system wasn't working. System is working. Setup, settings, and sales taxes. You can do it this one or that one, doesn't really matter. Taxes. Now I have to write here HST. Now notice here HST, it opened up. But if I didn't close that, it wouldn't open up, or it wouldn't let me write it. And so tax ID, I don't think we have. Let me see, do we have tax ID? No, it doesn't matter. Okay, so go tab, and so exempt from this tax, no. And now they're asking you to link the HST paid on purchases and HST charge on service. So this is paid on. So click here and go here. It'll open up HST paid on. Be careful. It says paid on first. Then you go charge on sale. So HST charge on services, and this will open up. Okay, so let me know to do this again. You got setup, you got setting, you got sales tax, you got taxes, you write HST. Good. Again. Setup, settings, sales tax, taxes, HST, and then tab. We don't have numbers for the ID. And then click here, and it's HST paid on purchases. Be careful, read this properly. This is paid. This one is charged. Okay, so don't reverse it. And report on taxes, yes, because I need my printout so I can file my HST or GST, QST. They will give me a printout for calculation. So this one is done. So everybody's okay with this before I go into the next. So all you do, this is setup of the tax name and linking of the account. and now you go tax code. And what was the tax code? There are two, right? Correct or not? If you see code H.
Yeah, there's two H's.
So, okay, now all of you take a good look. I don't know if I've ever explained. You see this one? This field, it's dead field. So don't think there's nothing working. Go one below. Then everything will open. Okay, and we said what? H. And they
This
give
is
you.
by default, Mr. Tarek, is the first one is not working?
Yeah. It's a dead cell by default. The system, for some reason, this is dead.
Okay.
You see this? You will not. So don't think this is not working. It's just go. This happens many times when people are learning. They don't know. They think that the system is not working.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, now, yeah, it's clear now.
Okay. So yeah, but these are little things, but that's why I know where people get. So that's why you could keep on reading a manual. You probably will have difficulty, but and so here in the description, you have to write for H for both of them. Tax HST taxable rate 13%. You could just write HST taxable rate 13%, not included. And you can write refundable. Okay. So you can say tax if you want. I think they might have enough space, but it's even if it doesn't, even if you don't write HST taxable or rate 13%, you can just write HST 13% not included refundable. And you're actually in your exercise, it's given to you. They write it, so it's not as if you have to come up with something. And then we have we have to set up the rate now. Before we set up the second one, we'll go here. So you go click here, and this window will open. Okay, and now, okay, so here. So you want to enter the rate now. So click on this little window here, and you go tax, and you click on under tax, and it says HST. You go select taxable, status is taxable, and then you go rate is 13, and included in price, no. Is refundable? Yes, that's what we wrote. Here we wrote is refundable. Okay, and in the next one it will be not in this one is not included. In the next one it'll be included. So you say, okay, I can show you again. So here, let me see here what happened. Okay. Okay, you write HST H. This is in this one you'll be dealing with companies where or the invoices where the GST, QST, or HST is separated according to the calculation. And that's why when you say not included, it means not included in the total. Tax is not included in the total. You have them separated. So once you write this, it's refundable. So you make sure you do refundable here. So this is HST. And this is 13%, just write 13, not included in the price. And you say, is it refundable? Yes. Okay. So, and you can then go into, and you say, okay. And then you go in the lower one and you write HI, means HST included. So you can actually, well, we will write it. Rate, anyway, you don't have to write the word rate, but it's HST 13%, Rate 13%. Okay, taxable. %, comma, included in the price, refundable. Okay, and then you same thing, click and go here, HST and taxable, and you say 13 and included in price, yes or no? What did you write here?
Included the price.
So it should be yes
Yes.
Yeah.
and yes.
Yes.
So, okay. Good, I can do it again. Here you go. Click on this. Oops, it's already done here. So it's already, so HST, taxable, 13%, yes, and you say, okay. And you can say, okay, otherwise it won't say it. So that's done. So we'll again do that a few times because it'll take you a few times to. Okay, so this takes care of this part.
Excuse me, Tariq, what is the HI code?
No, HI means HST included.
So what is the difference? One is included and one is not included. Okay.
Yeah, you see
Okay.
this here, Samir?
Mhm. Yeah. Okay, I understand.
So sometimes companies, they used to send invoices where for, let's say, $120, $110 plus HST, they would just put the whole amount. So you didn't know how to separate them. Okay, so the system automatically would separate it for you.
Okay.
And so for that, you would use this code for them when you are making the invoice. If the other one comes and you have $100, you just write $100, it automatically calculates 13% for you.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So then we go into enter ledger settings, allow account classes to change. So budgeting to be turned off. So again, here, you have to go enter ledger. So you go to setup settings. Okay, see this? Okay. Now we're going module by module. General ledger, payable, receivable, and that's what we will actually do. And then once it is set up, then you can actually start putting in your customers, putting in your suppliers, and then you have your historical information for customers and suppliers, and then you can start doing the transactions for them. So it's a specialized journal. We have modules, which is going to be receivable module and payable modules. So that we will use less and less debit credit to be entered. You just put one amount and it automatically debits and credits the accounts. So let's see here. So now we go set up settings. So we got right here, share here. Okay. Set up settings general. See if I close this. Now you have general here. Budget we don't do, so don't click. Numbering we don't do. We go linked accounts. So it stays for you. If you go back, it has only one thing. Budgeting should be turned off. It's already turned off. But on means if you click it. Linked accounts, retained earnings 3560, current earnings is automatic. So here I don't have any other thing except we go into general We go budgeting, it's already off, so we do not have to worry about it. Numbering, we don't have to worry. They are only asking you click account. So if you do not link this account, remember something? I don't know if you remember from your last course. If you didn't link this account, your system will not close automatically. So here, capital. This is already given by the company, by the system itself, so you don't have to worry about it. And so we go general, we go link accounts, and we click here, and they're not asking you for any charges and income, and you say, okay. And it says accounts, the capital will be assigned retained earnings, you say yes. Done. That allows the system to close the accounts automatically for you. You don't have it, it won't do it. Then we go into payables. And we have options under payable, and the setup settings payable, setup setting general, setup setting receivable, setup setting any other payroll or whatever. So you get used to it. So after a while, I don't really have to worry about repeating it because you'll know as to what they're asking you. In the first problem, you people have difficulty, but I keep on repeating so you will see that these are all setup settings. And oops, sorry. See this? Setup settings general, setup settings payable, setup settings receivable, setup settings, we don't have any other. So we adjust these two. And under those setup settings payable, they have to do options. You have to do options linked account. Under receivable options, discounts, comment linked account. So they tell you, and these are all fields given to you there. It's not as if you're going to create or anything. No, they just want you to do this part. So we go here, go here, go here, go here. So setup settings, setup settings. General, we went to general. Then go to link accounts. We linked it. Okay, then you go to, you see this, go to payables. And so they said, what did they say? Did they ask you for, let me see, they say options. So here's options. So they're saying that the aging from the suppliers, or because normally we don't really know, each supplier gives a different one, but they're saying generally it would be 30, 60, 90 days, 30, 60, 90 days, it's already there. Calculate discounts before tax or one-time vendor. Let me see if they ask you this, if they say something there. So we have calculate all discounts after tax for one-time suppliers. So let's see, calculate all. So it's given there if you are not looking at it, calculate discounts before tax. So this one says they have to calculate, include after tax. So we don't have to do anything. Calculate discount before tax if you want to do before tax. But for suppliers, we say no after tax because then you have higher tax or your higher discounts. You have. So anyway, and then the next thing they're asking you to do is link accounts. Okay. So link accounts is principal account. So here, link accounts. And what's your bank account?
Principal bank account.
So if you didn't default it to bank, this won't appear. That's why we had to change the type. And this is accounts payable is right here. And that's about it. These are the two accounts, but we have more we do, but for the moment, they just ask you to calculate, just to link accounts payable, the cash 1080 accounts payable, and early payment, purchase discount, and freight expense leave blank. Prepayments and prepaid orders put 2200. here. 2,200 accounts payable. Okay, so
And not be yearly payment, because there's yearly payment too.
no, Samia, I said you have to read what they're asking you. You can, you
Yeah,
do not.
they asking us.
No,
yearly
they're not.
payment,
They said
purchase
leave
discount.
blank. No, they're saying leave blank. They're not asking us.
Leave it blank. Okay.
So make sure you read it properly.
Read it all it. Okay.
Yeah, because because they don't give you any number anyway.
Yeah, okay.
But if you had to, but as I said, later on you probably will have more, but it's right now. We're just learning. So now, so here actually we missed out on this one. Okay. So what is this? Payables address. Okay, so go up here, and you go. Where is my payable address? And what it does is, when you are setting up the name of the suppliers, it will not ask you to type the city, because in the city where you're operating, most of your suppliers and your customers are from there. So you don't have to type city, province, and country. Okay. So I don't know. Let me see. What are they from here or from where?
Windsor, Ontario, Canada.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So our company is from Windsor.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll write Windsor. So we go. So city is Windsor. And the province is Ontario. So I don't have to type this once when I'm adding the address. And this is Canada. So it will automatically appear when I'm setting up my suppliers. And then you go to receivables. Again, receivable address. Again, Windsor. Most of my clients will be from Windsor, province of Ontario. And the country is Canada. Good.
Yeah.
Then the next one they say is options. Means how many days do we give to our customers for credit? And they're saying that we actually give you
30, 60, 90.
30, 60, 90. So we will go receivable. No, 5, 15, and 30. That one was for payable, 30, 60, 90. You see, if you go back into your exercise, they write 5, 15, 30.
For receivable, yeah, 550
Yeah.
selling
So
days.
just,
Yeah, okay.
just be careful. 5, 15, 30. I mean, they're just trying to give it to you so that you exercise, you practice it, so then you'll be okay after. It's just in the, as I said, the beginning. Okay, and they also say no interest charges on overdue account. So leave this interest charges, don't click it. And
Include invoices paid.
okay,
30 days.
so then you have the include invoices paid in the last 30 days. We have 31 days, so you got 30. Okay, and then what is it, Samia? Use tax code H as default for new customers. Okay, so we will have here, notice here, tax code H. So when I create the customer, automatically for their tax code, this will appear. That's what it means.
Mhm.
Okay.
Not include.
So, okay, so then you have discounts. 2% discount in 5 days. net 15. So terms of trade. So that will be discounts here. Okay, so if you go here, discounts, here you go, discount. What did we say? 2% if paid within? Or is it 1%? What did they say? What's our terms of trade here? The terms, this 2% in 5 days or 15. Okay, so if you pay within 5 days, you got 2%. Otherwise, you pay the whole amount in 15 days. You remember your terms of trade. Line discounts not used. Okay, early discount, nothing. Calculate line item discounts on invoice not used. Okay, turning it off, the calculation of line item discount will remove the base price and discount columns. Okay, yes. So not used. So because it's not used, we'll take it out. Line discounts not used. Okay. Comment.
What about the after tax? We don't need to add it because it
No,
is
because
say,
it doesn't ask you. If you
Yeah.
they don't ask you, then you don't do it.
they said the 2% discount in 5 days after tax.
Yeah, it's here. On you can early payment discounts before tax. Okay, that's a before tax. So this
Okay,
is
yeah.
okay. So
Mhm.
be careful there.
Yeah.
And calculate the line item, no. And then what else is there? Yeah, it's just in the beginning and the language is such sometimes you don't understand at times. So so they want you to write a comment every time you print an invoice where fire meets steel. So there is a comment section here. You see this? Where fire meets what? Steel? They have some
Yes.
slogan.
Needs steel without S.
Okay. Gee. Yeah. Okay. And then,
Principal bank account.
okay. So
Link
again,
account.
is the linking of the account. So we go and it's the same thing here, link accounts. So we got here and accounts receivable is 1100, 1200. Okay, and what else do they have? Default revenue is 4020. Revenue 4020. So you don't have to do anything. The system will make the entry for you. Okay, then we have freight is blank. Early payment sales 4200.
Payment sales discount.
$4,200. Okay. And then they have deposits and over prepaid orders 1,200. It's basically accounts receivable. Okay, so everybody's okay. You want me to do it again? These are all accounts given to you there. It will always be given to you. Good? Or you want me to redo it? I don't mind. It's up to you. I'm still, so here, go for the bank, go for accounts receivable, go for revenue from service, because it's a revenue account. Nothing for freight revenue. If you have freight, then you will default it. Then discounts, sales discounts, and early deposits and prepaid orders are 1,200. Okay, so it gives you here. And so we will say, okay, and they say account will be assigned to accounts payable. Okay, all right. So now, so this is setup is complete now. So once the setup is complete, then you have to start entering. I'd like you to make sure that you understand here that, oops, sorry. Okay, so once your system has been defaulted, now you will have to enter your customers. Sorry, these are suppliers, then your customers. It is my customer. These are the customers, and these are their historical data. So what is historical data? You already have suppliers, and in your trial balance, take a look here. Trial balance. Okay. So if you go trial balance of financial, whatever, and then you go trial balance, take a look at the trial balance. What are your receivables here? How much are your receivables?
5,000.
5,000.
5,000, right? It's right here. And your payables, 1,600, right?
Yes.
That means when you have a full-fledged company, I have accounts receivable subsidiary ledger. And the subsidiary ledger, accounts receivable subsidiary ledger, will have cards of all customers to whom I sell on credit. These customers, they owe me 5,000. But how much is owed by company A, company B, company C? If that doesn't balance with this, then your whole system is going to be out of balance. So before I can actually start the system, I should have entered all my customers, as well as, let's say I have 5 customers, they owe me $1,000 each. I have to make sure I enter the names of their address, whatever, and then I also enter their historical data, invoice number 121, 127, 129, and they should be all $1,000 each. If it doesn't balance with my subsidiary ledger, which is my module, then my system won't work. So same thing for suppliers. So let's see here. What do they have? And they should have the invoices or the cards of the customers with this balance. So let's say I'll take a look at the customers here. So here are my customers. Wacky Welding, Noya Welding, Flamer Steel. And they, this one, Wacky Welding, owes me $5,000. I only have one invoice from Wacky Welding. I do not have any. The other customers do not owe me anything right now. Okay, so now 1,600 is my payables. So my payables, I have how many? Bell Canada, Receiver General, Welding Monthly, Welding R Us, and they should all have an amount equal to 6. So Bell Canada, I owe them $150. Welding Monthly, I owe them $450. They have their invoice numbers. Welds R Us is another supplier, and to them I actually owe them 11, but I have actually paid 500, and then I have another invoice with them for 400. So I owe them 1,000. I owe 150 to Bell Canada. I owe 450 to Welding Monthly. My total is 1,600. These are 3 cards. Even though I have 1, 2, 3, 4, but one of them I don't owe anything. And so before I can start the system, I have to balance my modules with my general ledger balances. So that's what daily task was. That's what I was saying, that if you had done that well, then you have some idea as to what we are doing, because this system, what you're looking at, is basically based on manual systems. They're not really any other accounting. You see, if I say, okay, receivable, my receivables should have 4 or 5 customers and their balances should be equal to 5,000 before I start. If I have payables, I should have 4 suppliers and they should have a balance of 1,600. Otherwise, the system won't work. Because I'm computerizing my manual system into computerized system. So your general ledger accounts, because now you cannot access accounts receivable account from general journal. You cannot access accounts payable account from general journal because they don't want you to enter anything with those accounts which will throw off your subsidiary ledger modules here. These are your modules. This is your purchase journal. This is your cash disbursement journal. This is your sales journal. This is your sales receipts, cash receipts journal. Specialized journal. This is your daily task. And you have general journal. And general journal is the least used in my account. Why? Or the journal. Why? Because what do I do in this business? I sell and I receive money. I purchase and I pay money. That's my transactions. General journal I don't need. I just need it for adjustments, maybe credit notes or whatever, because basically there's a rule. All purchases on credits, they go in the purchase journal. All sales on credit, they go in the sales journal. All cash received goes in the cash receipts journal, and all cash paid it goes into cash disbursement journal. So most of the transactions of companies are buying and selling, receiving and paying. What is general journal? General journal is the least used journal. We just make journal and adjusting entries there because it's neither a sale nor a purchase nor a receipt, neither a receipt nor a payment. That's what goes in the general journal. Because every company their most activities are buying and selling, receiving and paying. So that's why general journal up till now we've been using for everything is not used by companies. It's the least used. So now we are setting it up. So I have a trial balance where I have a receivable balance and a payable balance, which basically means that I must have some clients and I must have some suppliers. And in fact, I must have some sales I made to my clients and I haven't received. And I must have purchased some things from my suppliers which I haven't paid. To set that up, in this system, I actually, now if you go to company and you go to your general journal, you'll see those accounts will not show up. Here. Try to find your accounts receivable account here. Disappeared. 1,200. Account payable. 2,200. Disappeared. Why? Because otherwise people will start using those accounts without a client or a supplier, and then your general ledger account will be out of balance. Because you could use debit to receivable, credit to whatever. It doesn't make sense. You can only use receivable when you have a sale on credit. Call the customer and then enter it. Automatically, it will debit receivable, credit your revenue. So you have to start understanding accounting then as to how this specialized journals actually work. So here, now we will go into this and we will set up our suppliers. So go into payable. Notice these names changed when I did accounting terms. Look what will happen. Setup, preferences, non-accounting terms. Let's see what happens. What are the names now? Customers and sales, vendors and purchases, right? We don't want that. We want receivables payable. The user preferences, use accounting terms, okay, receivables and payable. Okay, so we have to set up vendors. They all have the same steps, just like you set up your chart of accounts. Go into payables, go into vendors. Yellow, that yellow screen will open. That's why it's a little easy system, because it repeats the same way to set up customers or suppliers the way you set up your chart of account. It says create, you create it. And you will get the same kind of window which you had for creating a chart of accounts. It's right here. So what's the name of your first supplier?
Canada.
Canada, right? Then Canada. Any contact name? No. You see, those of you, that's why I said, just make sure that you have this exercise printout, because I have to otherwise go in and out. So they have, there is no contact person, 339 Jupiter Avenue, Toronto. 339 Jupiter Avenue, Toronto. In Ontario, and the postal code is R4S63. R4S63. What else are they asking now? Don't have to worry about the email and stuff. The supplier since 1201. Supplier since they don't have. So, okay, just a moment. Phone number. Okay, so the phone number we will have is 905-310-521. 905. Okay. 905-310-5221. 310-5221. It actually formatted itself. And so so we have now terms. Okay, so now you have all these here, which you will have to vendor since. Okay, here vendor since. What did they write? 12/01/2015. 12/01. Okay, 12/01/2015, and then we have options. So we have, what did they say? Terms are net 10. So terms are right here, net 10 days. Okay, can you see this? This is terms of trade they are saying. 10 days. Tax code HI. So see taxes. See here, here, HI. So it will automatically, it will default this into this supplier, because this supplier does not separate the thing. It actually sends me invoices with totals, not separated. Okay, so what else is there we have to enter?
The account. The account.
Expense account is your 5260. 5620, and this must be telephone.
55260.
Oh, okay,
55260 and not 5620. 5260.
Okay, must be telephone expense. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. What else is there? Okay, so here actually it should be delete. Count. No. Okay. This should be here. Oh, okay. Expense account. It's a telephone expense. That's fine. Then is there anything else we need? No. Okay, now all you do is you go here and you go create another.
Just for the payment, they didn't said that the checking payment, so we have to add it as check payment
Where?
here under. Oh, you change it.
Okay, we'll see now it's by account, by check. So check payment, the check number appears. So we will see. We'll see in the next one.
Okay.
Maybe the default. Because they didn't ask anything else here.
Mhm.
You understand?
Yeah.
On your exercise. Receiver General for Canada, Margot Texit. Okay, Receiver General of Canada. So here you go file, create, okay, Receiver General of Canada. And address is, okay, contact is Margot Taxit. Margot Taxit.
Margot with T at the
Somerset.
end.
It's because of the tax. Margot. Summerside Tax Center. And this is PE. So this is Summerside. Okay, it's Summerside. Prince Edward Island. PE. And C1N6L2. C1N6L2. And 1201-215. 12/01-2015. And the phone number, no phone, yeah, 902-821, 902-821, and 8186. And terms is net one, so we got options net 1 day. Okay, the tax department doesn't give you any. Okay, that's fine. That's all we have. No default account. Create another. Then we have welding monthly. Welding monthly. And it's by Leo Libra. Address, contacts, Leo Libra. And 29 Taurus Lane. 29 Taurus Lane in London, Ontario. Ontario, I have a wrong spelling here. London, Ontario, R4V, 2V7, 2V7. In Canada, okay, and Six 2016. 06/12/2016. And what is the phone number? 226-593. 7191. And
Tax number.
tax is H. And expense account for, okay, so option 5020. Okay, and anything else? No. Create another.
No, the fax number.
Hmm? No, no
Fax.
fax. Oh, it doesn't matter.
We don't need to put it?
No, what do you want? It does, I'm just, you can do it.
Okay.
Yeah. I know. Well, the us. Vulcan sidekick. Address. Vulcan. Vulcan. Sidekick. What a name. Okay. And address is 81 Aquarian Way. 81 Aquarian Way, Chatham, Ontario. It's Southern Ontario. 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 R3T. R3T. 2C9. 2C9. And the phone number is 519-592. 9592.
Doesn't print the phone number.
6282. And they have been hard suppliers since 150.1/2018. And all right, so taxes is H. So you see, when you have an invoice, it automatically defaults at 1480 is your options. 1480. So we don't even have to write the account number. It does it for you because you set it up here. Because there's a supplier from whom you buy all the time, same things. So this is okay. Save and close. So take a look here now. They will show up here. There you go. But we have not entered the historical data, which should add up to 1,600. This here should add up to 1,600, which is in your trial balance. Otherwise, the system won't work. So we have to go back. And I think Bell Canada, for example, we'll click on that. Once you click on that, you go into the same field where we were creating. And so we will see now as to can you see anywhere here historical data, the word historical
Yes.
data? Okay, it's
The last
right there.
tab.
So you click. Now what do you see? His invoices and payments, right? So we're going to look at the old invoices. This is historical data, which will be from last month. So go invoices. What's your invoice which you had from last month for Bell Canada? Number BC 55112. BC 55112. Is everybody with me on that? You can, if you have your exercise, that's given to you there. And all you do is you write 150. Don't worry about pre-tax or tax. You don't have to worry about it. And you go tab, and it'll end up with 150. So all you have to do is you make sure that you don't go any further before you check your date. It is 28th of June. Okay, so we will have 28 of 06, 2025. So if you go with this, 28th of June, and everything is now what we needed, and you just go record. Is everybody okay? Open this
Yes.
window. Can you see all the windows? Write the number of the invoice. It'll be the same procedure for receivable. So just make sure that will be a client, this will be a supplier. we owe 150 to our supplier, so we go record, and it says invalid date must be between, why is it giving you? Oh, I have that. All right, we'll just make it 24. Because my dates I put in there as a year. I should have done anything before 2025. Nothing before 2025. But anyway, you can just leave it as 2024. Here I have 2025, but because the dates I put in, I made a mistake there in the starting of the year. So, okay, now we can just record it. Okay, that's done. Second supplier is, we owe money is what? Welding monthly. So you go close, and now you call welding monthly from here. Welding monthly, and you go tab, and you go invoice. And now the welding monthly is June 21st, 2025. So invoice number WM-611. WM-611. If you're wondering, BC is Bell Canada, WM is welding monthly, because this is my supplier's invoice. So they take the letters of their names. And this is 21 June 25. So you go 21/06/2024, because 5 it won't take, because I have a problem there, but we'll see next time. So we will have net 20 days. We didn't put there welding monthly, the net 20 days. It should be here. Maybe we forgot. Okay. Anyway, we will have, okay, 450. $450, and we can now record it. All right, and then we have Welds R Us. So close this and go Welds R Us and invoice, and the invoice is, okay, how come this first one said pre-tax? Okay, the first one, WU 4229. Welding R Us, WU. If you're wondering the letter, that's what they come from. 424229. And date is June 12, 2025. So this is going to be June 12. Oops. 06, that's 2024. And net 30 days. And this is 1100. And we will December 6th of June 6th. Okay. June 6th. June 6th of 06/06/2024. June 6, 2024. And you go record. Now, the next one is a payment check number. So make sure you close this and go into payments. Okay. And you see what we have just invoiced is right here. And they've actually paid on the 19th, they paid $500. So this is check number, check 195, CHQ 195. And you just put the date is going to be June 19, 2024. Okay, June 19. So 06 slash 19 is month first. Because we defaulted that. And amount, oops. Tab 500. We paid 500. They also wanted to put in the check for during that previous time so that, and they will all appear, you will see soon, because I'm going to do the last one. Okay, and then you close this and you go invoice and WU5110. WU5110. If you have your exercise, you will see that. And this was on 28th of June, so 06/28/2024. If I do 5, what do you think? Oh, it does take it. Okay, I think it's taking it. How many days is 30 days? And this is going to be $400. And so we can do record. Okay, it doesn't take it, so we'll just go 24. I don't know what I did on that. So record it. And now, let's see. Okay, it's close and close. And now we will see that they will all appear on the side now. Take a look. See this? Here. And if you go back here, you will see reports, vendor raised. Okay, here's your $1,600. Let me show you. Here you go. This is what
Excuse
we
me,
did.
Mr. Tariq, for the Weldis company, how did you added the check? It's in the invoice too? Because it is
No.
minus it.
No. There are two words there, invoice and payment.
But there is in the information in
No.
June 19.
No, you didn't see it. You didn't see this. Here. And this is welding and transactions. So take a look here. It says payment. It says invoice and payments. That's what I was trying to show you. Is a look. There are invoice and payments. Here. Here. Can you see it?
The one which is minus 500.
No, minus 5 is payment.
So we don't need to add the
No.
minus 500?
No. You invoice it first and then you make the payment.
Okay.
So I did two separate entries.
Okay.
You understand? So you said it was a Wells R Us, or which one was that?
It's Weldis are us.
Yeah. So you
Yeah,
see, I
payment.
first did the invoice,
And
okay,
it is
and then I closed the invoice, and then I went into payments, and then they had 1,100 here, and I made a $500 payment, so it became 600.
okay.
Because if you see, it will be here. Close this. There you go. Yeah, because you see, in the beginning, you missed that because there's invoices and payments. So you see here, I'll show you. Here, it tells you. You see that?
Yeah.
So you have to go into payments when it says check. Because when I invoiced, it showed me 1100 when I went into payment. Then I just paid 500, so it was left 600 then. You got it?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it's a little bit because if you miss it, then you will do it again many times. But it's just if you want to know now, this is what happens. So if you go into your system here, and you see these, if you see these, they are all here. Okay, 600 and 400, 1,000, 450 and 150. And if you want to see them in detail, this says reports, or you can go vendors, and you go reports, and you go, where is my receivables forecast? This is vendors and reports. Report center list is here. Okay, where am I? Vendors, reports, display vendor list, vendor age here. So if you want to see that payment, if you say detail, and you say, okay, so here's your payment. Hey, I'll show you. It came in. Here. See this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Invoice 11.
Yeah.
Payment 5.
Okay.
Yeah, you probably missed it when I was doing it because I went into, but I'll do many times. So we have to set up many times, few companies. Okay, so where are we now? Okay, so now if you notice, we set up our vendors. Now we go and we will set up our customers. So here you go, customers. All of you, it's the same procedure. Okay, so let me see here. Okay, share here and here customers. See here, same kind of. It looks the same, but this one is now customer. So create, and you will get the same type of window. You see this? That's why it almost looks like it's the same way over and over again. So you learn it much faster, which is I thought was a good idea. So in your exercise now, you have the names of your customers. And they said the credit limit for all customers is 5,000, and the terms for all customers are 2, 5, and 15. And the tax code for all customers is H. So we know that we did that in the default first. The taxes are H, so you will see them showing up. So first customer, Wacky Welding, major ticket. Wacky. So we go Wacky Welding. Major ticket. And 45 Dunnett Street, Wallaceburg. 45 Dunnett Street, Wallaceburg, Ontario. Wallaceburg, Ontario, R1E63. R1E63. 63. And 519, 519, 591, 772, and customer since 0101, 2001/01/2016. And okay, now we go options, and the account is 4020. Okay, anything else? No. And notice here, the taxes we already defaulted. There's H. We did that earlier when we were setting it up. So create another Noya Welding. Noya Welding. And this is Paranoia. Paranoia is the person to 110 Oxygen Street, 10 Oxygen Street. And this is Windsor. Okay, the first one is okay. N8T, 9A1. 9A1. And then we have customer since 09/16/2018. And what is 519, 592, 519, 592, 9001. And okay, now I will have to again check something. Options 4020, and they said that their credit limit is 5,000, everyone. So here it's under statistics, credit limit 5,000. Create another, and that's our third one. Is the last one. Flamers Steel. Flamers Steel. And address Clear Flame. You see, it's Clear Flame. They make it as a name here. 10A. Whatever. Clear Flame. And street is 10A Reader's Den. Reader's Den, Woodstock. Ontario, and this is N3H, N3H, 73, 73, and 1106, 2017. 1106, 2017. And the phone number is 762-519-519-762. 6712. And they have 4020 is their account options. 4020 credit limit under statistics 5,000. And that's about it. So if with their taxes are defaulted already because we set it up, and so save and close. But what I didn't do is the credit limit for the first one. So we can go back here, and go into Flamer Steel. And yeah, go ahead.
If we made a mistake on the historical transaction, can we go back and fix it?
Yeah, you can, because it's not really done yet. So what you do
So-
is, if you make a mistake on the amount on the first invoice, okay?
Yeah,
So go into payment, write error, and then pay all of it. It'll become zero. You understand what I'm saying? If you made a
I think
mistake
so.
in your invoice, right? All you do, you go into payment and pay, just write error and pay all of it. It'll become zero, because nothing has been added yet.
Okay, because I'm trying to find it because it's with Wacky Welding. It was, what happened was when I did the check and the payment for 500, it put the discount and I didn't delete the discount.
Okay, so just go there and you will have to then you will have to do the whole, no, but you don't have to take the discount.
No, I know, but I added it instead of
Oh, okay,
deleting it. It
no,
added
then
on.
then your payments are wrong, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so all you do, you go into payment and take all of it. Just pay all of it.
Okay.
Okay, and then go back and again do the invoice for 1,100.
Okay.
And then take your 500. All right.
Yes.
So you can just make the payment for the first one to zero. The other 400 you can leave it, because it's that one is okay.
Okay.
Is that what you did?
Yes, that's what I'm doing right now.
Okay, all right. Just make the payment for the first one. It might
Okay.
be some odd number. So you see, I forgot to put the 5,000. It's under statistics. So this one was done. This one was done. Which one is not done? No, I think I did put 3 of them. Flamers, Noya. Oh, the Wacky Welding. And save and close. And you should be okay. All right. So if you notice here, the credit limit is already done. We haven't done the historical data for this. So go for, let me see, is everybody, okay, hold on. You understand that your historical data is given in the exercise one after the other, okay? Here's your suppliers. Here is your historical data. Here's your customers. Here's your historical data. There's only one historical data, and that's for Wacky Welding. So all we do is we go with.
Sorry, Mr. Farid.
Yeah.
From where you get 5,000? Like, for where it say?
Oh, come on. You didn't read it right. I was reading it for you. Take a look.
Okay. I'm sorry.
You're not listening. I know. No, but people miss this one. Because, I know what you're saying. They should give it here. They should
Yeah.
write it here.
Yeah, I was searching it here. Yeah.
Alina? I'm just joking. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. You will get it after we do the other ones. I mean, okay. So what I'll do is I'll do the last the historical data for the customers, and then we will call it a day. All right. So let me go back. But all of you can just ask me if you didn't understand anything. I'll go back. Okay. Don't keep it to yourself, because it will not help you. Stop sharing, share, and here. So now we go into customers. Now notice the name of the customers have appeared, but the amounts are not there yet. So now we go, when we do this, then the amounts will appear too. So we only have we only have one customers for whom we have to put in the amount, and that is Wacky Welding. So let's go here and let me see, share. Okay. All right. So here we go. Wacky Welding. And this will appear. Let me see here. And then where did it go? Share. The same thing will appear just like you when you create here. So Wacky Welding, that's the only one. And now notice, all of you take a close look at it. I don't find historical data written here. So make sure they're so small windows. You see this arrow? Here, click. Can you see historical data?
Yes.
Okay, that's when you have to click invoice. And invoice is, name is Wacky Welding, invoice number 108, because these are my invoices. And the date here is 2025, so 06/22/2024, because it's not accepting 25, but the next ones we will be okay. And the amount is 5,500. So there is one invoice I have, and then one payment my customer made. So all of you take a look again. So this is your recording. Here you go. I recorded. Close this recording. Go into payment. And this will appear my invoice here. Now I have received a check from the customer, CHQ212, and this guy paid me 500. Don't take any discounts there. 500 and tab. And so you can go record. So you'll be left with 5,000 now. Here you go. Okay. Okay, no, the date. The date is 23rd of June. So it's a 06/23/2024. And you go and you record. Okay, no discount. Make sure no discount. Delete. Okay, hold on. Delete. Okay, here, tab. Okay, no, nothing. So the discount taken will appear here, so don't take it. Just write 500. So even though it shows you the discount, but it will, until you go through and it says discount taken, it will not record it. Okay, so this is okay. So we'll just record it. And now notice it's only 5,000 left. So if you go back and you see your customers, you see here is 5,000 only. Okay. And you want to see your report, is the report right there. Because you will have to do this, you'll have to print your customer list and then your customer aged. And you go, okay, you'll see it later on, you will get it. So here's your 5,000. And it will show you now on top on the, oops, sorry. So the report, customer age, okay. And this will give you your sign here. Okay, and okay, and okay, and okay. So here's your 5,000. But as we go a few times, you will see you can print this and you can, and now if you go back onto your main screen, you will see your 5,000 given there. It's a notice. See this? Here's your 5,000. They show up and the balances show up. So this is set up right now. And now, let me see. Okay, okay, here, here, and here, and here. And take a look now here. So now we're set up. You see this? So it's saying back up your file. You don't have to continue with working. Okay, fine. Now they are saying that we'll have to do this. So we'll do these transactions tomorrow. Okay, because in the exam you will not be asked to do transactions, but I would like you to do these, and they give you how the system is working here. There are about 5, 6 of them, or maybe more. 13 or 12 of them. So at the moment, they want you to advance the date to July 8. So all you do is you go into your system. Here you go. So you see right now, if I go and let me see, what's your first transaction? It's a deposit and withdrawal. Okay. They're saying advance the date to July 8, credit card purchase. Okay. So first thing you do is you have to go and advance the date to change session date to 8th of July. Otherwise, you're on the 1st right now. So then from the 1st to the 8th, you can enter all the transactions. So all you do is you go here and you go 8 and you say, okay. Once you say, okay, it'll ask you want to say no. Okay. Now this thing will appear, just close them. And they're making some purchase. So go into payables and go into purchase, and this will appear right here. And you will have to call the supplier. And the supplier, okay, hold on. Okay, okay, here, 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 and here. So here's your purchase invoice. They said they made a purchase on accounts, credit card payable. So all you do is you call first, what is it? You have it right here. You see here, charge it, uncharge it. Here. And what did you buy from whom? We'll do it tomorrow, okay? Right now it's overload. I know it doesn't matter after now. It's not going to go in. So I'll see you everybody tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah.
And you take
it will
it
take
easy.
time, Mr. Tariq, but it's
Yes, you
Thank you
fine.
so much, sir.
No problem. This will be, and then Palvasha, I got your thing. I'll let you know later. Okay.
Thank you so much, sir.
And so everybody.